Hey guys, so I was literally getting ready for work this morning when I saw a video about Animal Crossing. And at first I just thought, like, okay, maybe they're just talking about a Switch 2, update with the graphics and, maybe mouse controls for your whatever things. However, I found out that they're adding an update. So I'm sure you've been watching other YouTubers talk about it, but as somebody who's grown up with like literally the like GameCube version, like I grew up playing every single Animal Crossing game that has ever existed in the world. Um, I just wanted to kind of give my perspective because I feel like some people like, jumped on with New Horizons or New Leaf. Like they're not an OG fan, like I'm an OG fan. So, I wanted to kind of jump onto the video and kind of give my reaction and thoughts about what I thought. So, let's jump over there. I'm going to kind of just go through this video and we're just going to talk about like what it includes. So it's basically including the Switch 2 edition and the free update. So they first talk about the Switch 2 edition. I want to get copyrighted, copy striked, whatever. So I'm going to just keep the video muted. So first, enhanced resolutions for improved graphics. That's kind of a given. It makes the most sense that they would have improved graphics. I mean, they should. Obviously, it's hard to tell on a video, but you could tell it definitely is better. I look forward to seeing it on my Switch too. I think the mouse control idea for decorating is so cool. Like if you have a really comfortable space that you can use like a table or, a lap like desk even to just kind of mouse around and click and move things. I think decorating wise will make it so much nicer. Because I mean, as much as the little widget things are okay, um, it's just almost better to have, that control of your wrist and the drawing too, like designing shirts and clothing and all that. Okay, they're going fast. I'm trying to talk. So megaphone. They added this in New Leaf where you like would talk into your mic on your 3DS and it would call like a villager. Let me pause this for a second. So it would like you would talk into your mic on your 3DS, it would call a villager over, like, or not over, but you would see their name pop up, like, in the corner, their little bubble, and then you could find them. And I remember saying this at the beginning, like, when New Horizons came out, like, why isn't the megaphone in there? I didn't, I don't know why they never added it. Does the first Switch not have a mic? I'm not sure. But now they have this mic feature in the game. And I'm just so happy because I just remember, I mean, it's been a while since I played this game, but so many times I would be like looking for a specific villager, like to return something, and I'm like, I can't find them. And then the online feature, it's kind of crazy that they're jumping from you could play with 8 people to now 12. Not that I have 12 friends to play with, but I never even had 8. But I mean, it's really cool that like they're trying to make it, even more so. Like, so if you wanted to have a huge gathering, you could. And I love the idea of like the voice chat and everything. I'll kind of talk about more about what I really like about the online when we get to the update. But the 12 players is really cool. And then they added the camera feature where like, your face, like they did with Mario Party Jamboree and some other games, I believe. I don't have the camera. I don't plan on buying a camera, so this isn't really useful for me. But I mean, I guess if you have a camera, if you plan on using a camera, that's really cool. So that's like the whole Switch 2 expansion. And I looked it up because I was like, okay, how much is this going to cost me? Only $5. It's going to cost you $5, which really is not bad when it comes to an upgrade. The cheapest one I've seen so far is like $10. So for $5 for all of that, I will pay the $5. As being a fan, you know, I will pay the $5. And now we're coming up to the update. And guys, this is like when they add the designs to a cake, the extra like beautification, like I am so happy to see that they're putting more love into this game because this game could use extra stuff. So some familiar faces. They're bringing back Cappen's whole family into a like hotel resort kind of thing. And at first, I like wanted to like scream at like 6:30 in the morning because I thought they were gonna add like the island games that 3DS had. but not quite. It's more of like kind of like the Happy Designer in a different way, where you're designing characters place like resort where they can stay and enjoy their room and all this stuff. So it's really I really like this idea, and I love that they're actually adding in more like new items and stuff like that. So, they're gonna have themes, so like a seaside room and things like that, and kind of the same idea as the Happy Home Paradise. I think that's what it's called. The DLC that they have for this game. It's similar but different. And I just really excited for this. So I think it's gonna be really cool. And then, so they kind of talk about this for like a while. Oh yeah, so then the other thing is they give you these like special tickets, like these specific hotel resort tickets that you're gonna use like in here in Grams, like she was in the 3DS, is selling the items. So they have like things that are based off of the hotel and then some new extra items like the kitty card is so cute. And then you can add in outfits that your people that visit or stay at the resort can wear while they stay. And so you can, change it for the season. So like, right now you could have like Halloween costumes. Maybe by Christmas you could add a bunch of festive costumes. Kind of change it for whatever for festival, add all the feathers. I think that's a really cute and fun idea that they've done with this. And then you can also invite your amiibos. So, like, if you have any of the amiibo cards or like the actual figurine amiibos, and the figurine amiibos we'll get to in a minute as well. But any of those things will work. So now I'm like, I gotta recollect all those amiibo cards again so I could do this kind of stuff. It's just really cool that I get to come back to Animal Crossing for like, a significant reason. And then I cannot believe this, guys. They just nonchalantly show that you can bulk craft without saying anything. Like Nintendo, you're really just gonna drop? Oh, hey, here you could make three dressers, three closets at the same time. So now I can make my freaking fish food, 10 of them at once. It's beautiful. All right, making life more convenient. So now they go into talking about expanding your storage. I guess the max is 5,000. I didn't remember. The max is 5,000, and now you can get up to 9,000 items in your storage, which is crazy. And you can now source trees and shrubs and flowers, which you could never do before. And I didn't understand. I mean, I guess I understood it, you know. And then we get Rossetti. I am so glad that they have not like done my homeboy bad and just like got rid of him because they were like, oh, people were saying he was scary in the old games because he would yell at you for resetting your game, which had a reason. But now, like, if you wanted to completely redo your front yard, rather than having to, take everything out one by one, you can call Rossetti and he'll literally reset your entire yard, like, for you. And just put it in your storage. And then, boom, like 2 seconds, it's done. And then you can just start over for your new yard. You're like, okay, Halloween's over. Time to get out the Christmas decorations. Let's go. Like, this is such, like, just peak Animal Crossing. Okay, now we're getting into the online feature that I really like. And this is the slumber with Luna. The tapir, I think is what she is. I don't know. Every time I hear Luna, I just think of my dog because we have a family dog named Luna. Anyways, so you're gonna like instead of just go to sleep, you're gonna slumber, and Luna has this new dream world that you get to go and visit. And I think that's really cool. So basically, this dream world is like completely empty. You get to choose from a variety of different sized islands, and everything that you've collected in the game so far, you can put on your island. You don't have to like have it or like in your pocket to go there. Like you can just have it. Like you've put it in your pocket at least once, and then you can move things wherever you want. Trees, inclines, bridges, um, and you can, move things however you want. And then I think they even said that you can have multiple islands at once, which is like, having like, your multiple saves that everybody were running for forever. So this is it's really cool, and you can change the time of the day, the weather that you want. So it's like, oh, I want a snowy island. Oh, I want a, whatever the island may be. And then you can add your villagers. It's this is just such a great idea. And then here's your size island. So, your small size is your medium size and your large. I'm like, that's really cool. Like if you want to just like have a small area. So now you can invite your friends, like your 12, 8, however many friends, to come and decorate this island with you. They can all like build and place things, and this is what I love. I'm like, okay, me and my sister can literally get on Animal Crossing together. We can build our own, like, okay, we can think of an island together and build it. Love that. It's amazing. Okay, collaborations. This is so cool that they're bringing back the collabs that 3DS had a lot of, and they have some new collabs too. So the first thing is like Nintendo systems, and so like the NES and the Game Boy. And I just think this is so amazing that they're bringing back this NES idea that you can play these NES games like on in the game. This is what was in the GameCube, where you would get these rare items and you could play the old NES games in the game. Not a lot of people know that unless you're a hardcore fan. Then we've got Lego, Lego collab, which makes sense because there's like a whole Animal Crossing collaboration with Lego right now. So, and then you can customize it like they have different colors. So, you've got your basic, your white colored, the pink, your darker brick, which I think this is kind of cool. And then you've got Zelda. So, all my Zelda fans, I think this is really cool. I think the crummy thing about this is you have to have like the amiibo. So I'm like, am I really gonna have to go buy like one Zelda amiibo? Actually, I might have like maybe I can just go borrow one. I think my family might have one that I could borrow, and I want to see if it works. I don't know exactly which ones you have to have, but they even added some new characters, new Animal Crossing villagers with this collab. I think that's really cool. And then you can obviously invite them to your village to stay. So that's really neat. We love that. And then we've got Splatoon, which, I've never played Splatoon, so it's not really my cup of tea. But for all the people that love Splatoon, this is definitely for you. They brought back Viche and Cici, I think is the name of the other one. Um, they were in the 3DS. I know that for a fact. Um, so yeah, they have all these Splatoon items. So I might just have to find somebody that has these and maybe order them or buy them from them. And then yeah, that is literally this new update. I just cannot believe what I have witnessed. So that was the whole Animal Crossing update, Switch 2 version. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on it. Obviously, are you going to buy the Switch 2 version? Are you going to play the new update? Because I am saying yes to both of those, 100%. It doesn't come out till January, which isn't that far. So you got like 2 months to kind of get back into Animal Crossing, re-get some items. Maybe like I restarted on a different Switch, so I don't have a lot of the items that I have on my old Switch. So I am so stoked for this. But let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, all the things. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.